welcome to the Podcast, here up on everything nerdy from the minds of 20 somethings. We're back this week with our regulars, Deshaun
Hello.
and Dawson.
Hi, I don't know if I wore this shirt next week, but I swear I watched it
Now,
last week. I swear I watched it.
it's
If I
canonical
wore
that
it last
you
week.
it's canonical that you wear like all the same type of clothes over and over again, like a cartoon character.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep
You
wearing
just
this
have a
shirt.
closet full of the same wardrobe.
Closet
Yeah,
full of this one shirt.
cloth from the same wardrobe. Last week we're kicking off. It's getting the start of the summer. The weather's turning nice. People are getting their vaccinated shots. We're going back out in the world. We're saying no to this COVID. We're taking back our summer that was lost for us last year. We're doing things, and by doing things, I mean we're probably staying at home and watching more animated other stuff that we were left out. We have to catch up on from last season. But some new things have come out this past week. Last week was May the 4th. We caught it just before the launch of last episode, and in doing so, Disney Plus released Bad Batch. Actually, two episodes last week. I think it was one on the release day, which was that Tuesday, and then they hit us with the one on Friday. And as someone who wasn't like, oh shit, Bad Batch is coming out soon, was super like hyped for it. It's cool. It's something to watch. I like. I was wondering why I like the dynamic of these characters so much, but I'm not like super invested. It's because it's double toasted Senate breast. It's just the Space Ninja Turtles, and it's cool. What do you guys think?
So I watched the first episode. I haven't seen the second episode. But you could tell like there is a tonal like kind of whiplash between the multiple writers on the show. Because you have one writer who wrote for, I believe, Star Wars Resistance or one of the shows. It's not Rebels, but it's
It's
the other show.
yeah, other one.
It's that other show. And then you have one of the writers who wrote for Clone Wars and wrote like the Umbara arc. And so like you have like you can kind of feel it. It's like the training room section was just not needed in that first episode. It just extended the runtime for a lot longer. I do like what they're doing with Tarkin, setting him up as like a big bad, and then also Crosshair being like the antagonist.
the
But
some
oh,
subtle
sorry,
things.
spoilers. Sorry.
Right. Some subtle things, in the show. He's not Grand Moff Tarkin yet. Still Admiral Tarkin.
Yeah,
One thing
he's still young, quote unquote.
quote unquote. One thing I like, and some of their best stories come out of this, is when they take different perspectives from a very pivotal moment, being Order 66. Because we've all seen the same moment 1,000 times from that one side of the Jedi in Revenge of the Sith, but seeing it from like Ahsoka's standpoint in Attack of the Clones last year to a clone trooper's perspective in Bad Batch, like they're taking this
Also,
moment and shifting it around. It's good. I mean, it's a good point to, start from home base from when you're telling this stories like this.
interesting fact. People are saying that I don't know if this is 100% true or not, but I think like everybody's came to the consensus that the Padawan at the beginning is Kanan
Yes,
from Rebels.
yes, because his master was Mace Windu's Padawan. I forget her name, but that is the consensus. I don't know what they're gonna do with like modeling wise, because it doesn't look like Kanan at all. But that is like the first time we've seen. I forget. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on her name. It's one of the alien weird ones, but it's the first time we've seen Mace Windu's Padawan on screen.
Also, interesting fact about the show. What was I gonna say? Saw Gerrera. He pops back,
He's okay.
and he is slowly going into the Forrest Whitaker accent. And I
Everything.
like how that it's like the transition from Clone Wars Saw Gerrera to
I've also noticed
Rogue One.
everything that's affiliated with Star Wars that's not like the main Star Wars has Saw Gerrera. Whether it be Rogue One, Jedi Fallen Order, this. I think he popped up.
They just like Saw Gerrera, dude. He's just, I mean, he's well, okay. Like I like seeing the transition because like in Clone Wars and like right here in Bad Batch, he's still an honorable guy. But once we start getting into that Rogue One territory, that's where the moral gray hood starts coming in. Saw starts killing innocents and being a big terrorist. But yeah, overall, I mean, I think he's an interesting character, so I don't mind him being there.
And so far, I don't see anything like jumping the shark quite yet. It seems. I know you said they have very different writers, and you can tell where they kind of don't mesh, but it's nothing that's hasn't jumped the rails for me yet in episode 2. You know, sometimes shows do that. So hopefully, it's something to watch. Moving on, quick. I don't want to talk about this too long. Last Saturday, SNL, Elon Musk hosted. Sorry, it was bad.
Musty boy.
It was musty. Like, it was bad. Like, it was. They did like the whole like a Nintendo skit, and like no one knew what any like Nintendo character was about.
Was that the Wario thing that I saw?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been seeing this Wario thing.
Seeing the Wario, and I was like, "Where's this from?"
And like, it was bad. They did like, he was this analytics dude on another skit talking about Dogecoin, talking about it's going through the roof. Like normally when like someone famous shouts out it's like a cryptocurrency, it skyrockets. Nah, that shit tanked.
Okay.
Tanked.
He said it like a few weeks back and it skyrocketed, and that's why it got up to like 50 cent.
Right.
But like him on SNL, bro, who watches SNL anymore?
I mean, I'll watch.
Hey, first of all, let's point this out. Who watching SNL? And then second of all, why Elon Musk of all people?
There's a difference because I don't stay up at Saturday nights going, oh, I'm tuning in to SNL. I catch the clips afterwards, like I do with like John Oliver. I catch the clips the next day on YouTube.
I was saying, you know what I think killed like SNL and SNL type shows?
What?
The internet. YouTube definitely killed it.
Yeah, because guess what? Yeah, there are YouTube creators that can make funnier skits, and also skits that go off the rails and can talk about certain topics that's not TV appropriate, and do a better job at it in a shorter amount of time with less of a budget.
And the media has moved quicker. When SNL started, in the 70s? By the time it hit that Saturday night, people were still talking about what they were talking about on Monday. So you could still make jokes and crack about what the things are going on. Now, by the time you get to Saturday, we've moved on by Wednesday.
Bro, that's a dead meme.
Dead.
Right.
Bro, who remembers Dat Boy?
Dat Boy with the freaking tricycle or the unicycle, the freaking frog on the unicycle. Dat Boy.
How long ago was that?
I don't know, but we brought back Lazy Town in the mainstream.
Hey, well, I mean, Lazy Town, like that meme saved that man's life partially, and then he ended up dying anyway.
But like, no one was talking about Lazy Town a year before that.
Yeah,
it seems like the only meme that won't die is Pepe.
Oh no, I don't know. Pepe, he's not a meme anymore. He's just a part.
He's a cultural icon.
He's a cultural icon, bro. Once Pepe made it to the news,
you think Poggers is dead? You think because of Gutex's bullshit?
Twitch people, Twitch communities still say it. Like the reptile one isn't as like iconic, but people will type it all chat Poggers,
You can't hit them with the.
But one thing I did notice is that memes I've seen visually memes evolve, especially like browsing TikTok at 2:00 in the morning because I can't sleep.
Oh no, memes are definitely evolving.
Like in front of my eyes. Like for an example, you get from I forget what song it was, but you had the arm pose thing. That was like a whole like thing. And then Sheesh came out for something else, and then those two combined, and then
deloading. He has ice in his veins.
Yeah, and then you combine those two, and then you get the Sheesh meme. It's like you saw the culmination of both of those things come together to make this brand new meme that's taken over for like we'll get to the next month. Like,
you know what's great? It's like seeing like the evolution from y'all remember Rage comics?
Oh my
Yes,
gosh, those
yeah.
Y'all,
are.
y'all remember those? And then seeing
Mm,
the evolution into the Wojak, and then
Mhm.
the Chad and
F,
Virgin memes, and
F.
Memes evolve so fast and at a higher rate now. Do you remember like in high school it used to be the big meme of the month and people used to have meme calendars for the
Hmm.
year.
yeah.
That
You remember
format
when Uganda Knuckles or something?
but
Oh my
yes.
gosh, the freaking. Do you know the way,
Do you know
Do
the
you know
way? But now
bro?
that template doesn't work anymore because I can have 5 or 6 huge memes in the span of a month.
I
Yeah.
swear.
Like
Uh,
I'm, it's crazy
I
to
did
think about
something
what our
stupid in
kids
high
are gonna.
school.
What did you do? What did the what?
Here's a story time for you boys.
Oh,
So one of our
I better
English
remember
classes
this.
asked us to write a letter to ourselves that will be sent to us later on.
What class was this?
And so, I wrote on my letter, I just drew a picture of Uganda Knuckles, and I wrote, "Do you know the way?"
Oh
And then
my.
now, junior year of college, Deshaun opens the mailbox. A letter from CMS. What's this? Opens it up.
do
Do
Do you
you
know
know
the
the
way?
way? I'm like, I
He
hate
got
you,
you.
past self.
you got.
He
I
got
got
you.
myself from the past.
I'm like, if I could time travel, I'd go and I'd beat you up because of that. I'd bully my past self.
I'd bully my past self too. Yeah. You know what?
You know the way.
There's a lot of shit I could have done sooner. I wasn't such a nerd. But you know, was my nerd life is what's brought me to create this podcast and talking to all our loyal listeners and watchers out there.
All of them.
All
We love you all.
30
We
of
love
you.
people.
We love you.
And make sure you share and hit the like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Make sure you just share if you're on Spotify or SoundCloud, or even if you're on our website.
Yeah.
Shameless
And
ad.
Bro, if you hit the like button, you dummy thick, bro.
If you hit the like button, please,
one thing I don't
please,
plug
let
very
me
much
stop.
in on here that I like to do is, on the website is a link to our Discord. Come hang out with us, chat, share your thoughts and whatever you're interested in, and we might talk about it on the show. You know, it's the community here on the V Up podcast.
Notice us.
Moving on, I think it was yesterday or maybe this morning. Sony released the trailer for Venom. Let There Be Carnage.
Yes. And I have a lot to say about it that has
Austin,
nothing to do with the movie.
Take this one.
Eddie, I miss you, Eddie. I miss you.
I like Eddie and Venom. I think it's just stupid buddy cop. Fucking
Oh no,
comedy and
Eddie and Venom is cool. Look, this has nothing to do with the movie. I don't care how good the movie is. I really don't. But I think that I think Sony's just trying to keep the IP at this point. They're just doing everything they can to keep the IP.
isn't
They're
the
like,
contract
please,
saying, like, you have
Marvel,
to make
we
a
don't want to
movie?
give you Spider-Man back. So we're just gonna release Venom, and we're gonna release Venom, Unleash the Car, whatever it's called, Ultimate Car, it's something.
There
Maximum
will
Carnage.
be carnage.
There will be carnage.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I kind of this is just hurts my freaking Spider-Man loving heart that the first like super good where everyone loves Carnage. I mean Spider-Man, not Spider-Man, Venom and Carnage doesn't have Spider-Man in it. Like I've been waiting to see that Spider-Man Carnage Venom fight on the big screen, and I'll probably never get it in my lifetime. And if I do, I'll be old.
But here's the
Now,
thing.
what would you do
Sean?
since Sony still owns the rights to Andrew Garfield Spider-Man? What would you do if he swung in?
Oh, bro, I'll bust right in the movie theater.
I mean, they already set it up that you can't because they set it up on the other side of the country in the West Coast, so it wouldn't be in New York. But if this bombs and they're not gonna make another Spider-Man movie and Disney gets the deals back, but what about Into Spider-Verse coming out in like next year? This is just the segue. All this movie is so they can keep the license until the Spider-Verse comes out. That's what we're all waiting for.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse
I mean,
is
I
like,
don't mind it. Like, I mean, I like Tom Hardy, even though his Brooklyn accent's atrocious. I like him.
Right.
I like Woody Harrelson. I think he's a great actor, and I'm excited to see his
I think
very intimate Cletus Cassidy.
I think they straightened his hair because I remember in like the The
The trailer, he had like a Jew fro going on.
I
you
like
know?
that. I like that Cletus.
Is that term offensive? Am I about to get canceled?
it he had some curls in the
He had the cow curls. That's what we're
in
gonna
the
call
end
it.
credit scene of the original Venom movie, and they straightened him out a bit in this new trailer.
I like the Kyle curls. That's what I'm gonna call
Kyle
them. The
curls?
Kyle
I
curls.
think they're going for like a like
But they
a
didn't
Jeffrey Dahmer type look,
something like that.
or like a
But they made no reference in the trailer, at least, to like Carnage being a spawn of Venom. So I don't know why he's obsessed with Eddie for this movie. You know?
was because I guess because at the end of Venom, they were like Eddie's been interviewing this guy for
Oh
months
yeah.
now, so I guess he's been visiting him, and then he's just like,
But
I
wasn't he
really
fired
do
in the last
enjoy
movie?
you.
Wasn't he fired from this publishing thing last movie? Like,
Well, I mean, he's freelance. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
He's like, ooh, let me go interview this psychopath.
Let me interview this multi serial killer that kicked his grandmother down some steps when he was a kid and killed the cat.
Yeah,
No, Cletus is crazy.
Cletus
What?
is crazy.
Yeah, that I can't think of. Okay, so Venom's coming out. They released Phase. We talked last episode about Phase 4 Marvel, and they just dropped, "Hey, this is what we got in store. Take it," and like you let the hype train start. I can't. What else is coming out? Like this summer,
Black Widow. Black
See,
Widow.
Black Widow. I'm
That's
not.
coming out soon.
See, I'm not. I'm not going to theaters quite yet. Depending, like it's got to be like a really hype movie I'm going out to see. And Black Widow is in that movie. And even if like I watch it online, it's one of those Disney Plus things that's gonna be like charge extra $30 top of your subscription to see it early, which I'm not gonna do.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if some friends, if me and the boys want to gather up, maybe like each split like I don't know $5 on buying it, and then we all watch it together
Yeah, no, that would be
in a
good.
house.
That'll be
Fine with that. But
and then even like that alone, this movie, even if COVID didn't happen, if say just COVID didn't happen,
COVID didn't exist.
and the movie came out on time, this is right. This was supposed to be right after Endgame, like, and then Spider-Man: Far From Home. But like, this movie should have came out, maybe between Infinity War and Endgame, or maybe before Infinity War.
The only reasons I want to see Black Widow are, like I said, Taskmaster, and then Russian Captain America. I can't think of his name.
Taskmaster, yes.
Those are the only
Taskmaster.
two reasons. Otherwise, I'm asleep. I could care less.
Taskmaster could have been got in his own Avengers movie. I freaking love Taskmaster, bro. He's cool.
Hey man, well,
Sony should have taken your idea, Dawson, and did Craven.
Yeah, they should have. This is what they should have done in the MCU. They should have put Taskmaster in the Moon Knight series, bro.
Bro, did they tease that for Phase 4 Moon Knight?
Yeah, they did.
I'm excited.
With
I'm
Blade.
scared.
I'm excited.
I'm scared for that because
Oh,
I don't
no.
think a lot of people understand
Are they gonna go
that
for the
Moon
crazy?
Knight's not Deadpool. He's not funny. He's just actually
crazy.
insane.
Yeah,
No, he's crazy.
Are they gonna just go for the crazy? Are they gonna tone it down at all? Or is it gonna go?
Man, I've been just reading some Moon Knight comics, and I was reading one where it was Krong, like it was like the Zero, and it was like Krong the what was it? Not Krong the Destroyer. I don't remember his name, but it's the guy, the purple guy
Kang
with
the
green.
Conqueror?
Yeah, Kang the Conqueror. He was like going through time and like waxing Moon Knights and crap. Moon Knight is freaking crazy. Like you can't like it's so many different things that you can go with Moon Knight because like you get one episode he'll be like in the desert, freaking in a grounded series where it's like very low level, and the next one he's traveling through different dimensions and stuff, or the next he's like in a suit and like bro, like you don't know what to do with Moon. Like Moon Knight has been so rearranged throughout the comics.
You could take
that's
the
like
concept of WandaVision and like give it cocaine and just send it out. Like it's not going to be bounded by like say a sitcom format. It can be whatever show it wants to be, any episode.
Yeah, I just want them to get
You
really
know
like,
what Moon Knight should be? Moon Knight should just be combined Breaking Bad and Dexter.
oh,
That is what Moon Knight is. Except add in some sociopathic and psychopathic elements,
But this is also
and then voila.
how much is Disney willing to let slide?
Man,
That's
if
a
they're
good
willing,
question.
Because
Because
Breaking Bad
Netflix doesn't exist
and like
anymore.
Walking Dead was on AMC, and they went to AMC because they were allowed to do some pretty gritty stuff, gritty shit. I mean, we saw some violent stuff in Falcon Winter Soldier, but it's still in the confines of the most magical place on earth. You know, like you're not gonna be intense torture. Notice how none of the Netflix stuff is on Disney Plus yet. Like we ain't seen Frank Castle.
oh no, I don't think we're ever going to see Frank Castle ever again.
Like
We're
Like I
never going to
said,
see Ghost Rider. We're going to see Daredevil because he's
Netflix
slated
shows
to
don't
show.
exist anymore.
but
They're
like,
not canon.
Frank Castle, the Punisher series was really good.
They're
Was
not canon.
really really good. Daredevil
Honestly,
was season 3 was when he went back to that black suit, and I was like, said fuck it, that was good.
honestly, I was thinking about it. I was really thinking about Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I was thinking about Flag Smasher, and I was just like, how kind of like unexciting they were.
Cause
Oh yeah,
I
they were
mean,
kind
Like
of
they were the
underwhelming.
weakest part of the show, in my opinion. Like I like the show. I think it's possibly one of the best Marvel shows. It's just that the villain was kind of weak. And I was just like, you know what? Instead of it being this world-ending threat, tone back Flag Smasher. Well, let's look at the core ideas of what Flag Smasher is. Flag Smasher is like an anarchist that thinks the system is screwed.
I mean, in the
Okay,
comics, it's one guy.
how can we make this scary? How can we make this scary? I don't know. First scene, we just hear someone bust into a senator's house. The family's having dinner. He kills the senator right in front of like the family, and then walks out. This is how you make things scary and interesting. You don't have to be blowing up buildings that full of people and being super Antifa. You make it more personal. You make it more scary.
That's why Punisher works so well. But like in the comics, the Flag Smasher is one person, and when he does have like a militia, it's usually tied with AIM. And I don't know why they're just saving AIM in their back pocket, because AIM can lead to so much other stuff.
Do they own the rights for AIM? Because like the MODOK show is going on
Hulu, but it's still but Hulu it's still under Disney.
Yeah, but they don't have what's the other shows that aired on Hulu?
The Cloak and Dagger?
Cloak and Dagger and the other show.
And the Runaways, right?
The Runaways. Yeah. Do they have it on Disney Plus?
I swear I thought I saw the Runaways on Disney Plus. I don't know if Cloak and Dagger was like anything worthwhile, because they have like New Mutants, and I think what was the show on FX that they did? It was their version
Legion?
of Mutant. Was it Legion? Yeah, I think that.
I mean, I know they had a Legion TV show.
But like, I don't know where Marvel is in terms of like who gets to use them, and in what like aspect, because AIM leads to so many like
cool stuff.
Cool. And I don't know what they're trying to set up for this Phase 4 villain. I would like them to do Doctor Doom, please. I want my Victor Vaughn, please.
I want my nice Victor Von Doom with the, and I want a Doom bot at the end.
I want the leaders of the world have been mind taken, and at a joint session, Victor Doom will be
Do you hear him?
No.
Oh, I got cut out? Oh, I got cut out.
Yeah, you cut out.
Whoops.
We just heard you. We just saw your mouth moving.
Technical differences, but all I want is my wacky Victor Von Doom bullshit.
Yeah, I need a Doom bot at the end. That would make the movie. Like if Victor Von Doom, like you think the event, whoever's the left of the Avengers has him cornered, he's like, and they hit him one good time.
Like even start with some like really like OP shit. Like how like go back to the snap, and like you like cut to Latveria, and like everyone's just like, this is the field of like, nah, I'm not snapping. I'm not disappearing. I'm willing myself to stay here.
Dude.
Bro, just imagine that. He's like, he starts disappearing, and he's like, he starts mixing shit, and he just starts mixing shit with his like, or magic, and he's like, and he comes back, and he's like, but like the part that already started disappearing was gone, and so he like puts a robot shit on it or something. I don't know.
Dude,
That's a dumb idea,
I mean,
but it's
that would
it's
be
cool.
cool.
It's
That
cool
would be
in
cool.
concept.
do y'all feel old when I say this? Y'all remember back in the day, like when the MCU was first starting to become a thing, finding those diagrams of who owns what and trying to figure
Oh
out what
yeah.
movies were possible,
Yeah,
what movies were
yeah.
gonna come out.
Hmm.
Bruh, I was like, bro, we're never getting like I was such a skeptic back in the day. I was like, we're never getting a Black Panther movie. We're probably never gonna get an Ant-Man movie.
Bro,
We definitely not getting a Venom movie. I was such a skeptic.
when
I didn't believe it.
when you get like when the first couple like end credit scenes started coming out, and then I had like my entire family going, "What does that mean? Who is that? What's going on?" Like, okay, I need to brush up with my knowledge because it's blowing my own mind and stuff. That was
Dude,
an exciting time, like early to
The Thor end credit scene where Thanos grabs the gauntlet.
fine.
I'll do
I'll
it
do it
myself.
myself, bro.
I was like, whoa. They hyping up for
Whoa.
Thanos this early?
This early,
Bro,
I was lost.
he was a
I wish I
multi-million
had
threat.
that love for the MCU now.
Man. What a time early 2010 was. I have a question for you guys. In terms of like DC and Marvel and kind of like their parallels, which ones do you prefer? Like, for example, do you prefer Ant-Man or the Atom, Dr. Palmer?
Oh, the parallels. So this is kind of I have to go through a lot because it's different from Marvel and DC.
Right.
I prefer Ant-Man, just because I don't know, Ant-Man's cool. Adam, I don't really care for Adam.
Dr. Palmer's okay in the cartoons, but I don't follow him a lot in the comics. Like, I prefer the Flash over Quicksilver. I'd be like,
Yeah, of course, everyone prefers Flash over Quicksilver. No one, Quicksilver doesn't have the Speed Force. I prefer
though, in
Darkseid over Thanos.
after a House of M, he does like get that thing with the Eternals, though. Remember with time travel and shit.
Bro, no one cares.
No one cares.
No one cares about Quicksilver, regardless.
The only thing that made Quicksilver cool was the X-Men movies, like, and I don't care. That's one movie, The Flash. He's been with me for so long.
Flash has
Yeah,
been
Darkseid
cool
over
in both
Thanos.
comics and TV.
Because with
Darkseid is definitely better than Thanos to me. Darkseid is way cooler. He's always looking for the anti-life
life, but you
equation.
don't want
Bro.
to chill out in the Thanos copter.
Bro, no, I don't care about the Thanos copter. This is what made it cool. This is what made it really cool for me in the comics. No, this is what made Darkseid cool for me. In the New 52, they were like, everyone is different except for Darkseid. He's a constant. It's just one Darkseid for the whole multiverse.
Bro, that's some tough shit. That's scary to think about.
Like he's like, oh yeah, I live outside the multiverse. Yeah.
Well, he's looking for a good universe to slide up in that he knows he's not gonna get beat. He's like, oh yeah, this Superman kind of weak. We got him.
We got
Green Arrow versus Hawkeye.
A Green Arrow.
Yeah, Green Arrow.
Really?
Like Hawkeye is cool. Like, and when he was Ronin, that shit was badass.
It was
but
cool, but Hawkeye. I mean, Green Arrow is he's just that guy.
He's more of a
with the Oliver with the punching glove arrow.
Bro, that shit is
bro.
so. I don't care
Hawkeye
how.
owns one too. Don't hit us with that bullshit.
Nah, but Green Arrows is cooler, bro. I swear. The way he just slides in, hits, man. He's just cool, bro. And he had a comic with Green Lantern where his sidekick was on heroin.
Yeah,
Top tier.
where Green Lantern refused to save that black guy. There's a lot of like hard, like racial and social topics in that comic series.
Gosh, that was a lot. What other parallels am I? I'm missing a few, aren't I?
Some more parallels.
Aquaman or Namor the Cement.
Aquaman. Fuck Namor, bro.
I mean,
I don't care about Namor.
I'll use this pool to rejuvenate my strength. Wait a minute, this isn't water, this is alcohol. I mean, not only the last time I brought up Neymar in a conversation, like, I gotta give it to Aquaman.
Namor's cool. Namor's only cool, like, when he's a cameo.
Right, and then you hold him as, like, the first Marvel character. Other than that, like...
He's only cool when he's a cameo.
If I walk up to somebody and go Aquaman or Neymar, they're gonna go, who?
Who's Namor?
He's Namor. Like, that's a very...
Aquaman's freaking... I don't care if they made... Like, Aquaman, even when they're making fun of him, they're like, he just can talk to fish. Aquaman was always cool. He was always there. He
Do
was
you
always
remember
that nigga.
the gritty?
Except for when he had a dolphin girlfriend.
Remember the gritty '90s reboot they did of Aquaman?
With
They-
the
they-
With the
freaking
long
hook-
hair and
with the
the
hook,
long
trident.
hair
and he
and
was
the
always
trident for the
mad.
with the arm. He had the freaking
Yeah.
hook arm or whatever, spear arm, because he got eaten by piranhas or whatever. They were trying to make him so cool.
And they
They
used
said,
it.
look how cool Aquaman is. We gave him one arm and the other arm's a hook. Look at his long hair.
And
Man, make it campy. I freaking love the campy Aquaman. Because in New 52, when he was campy, he came out the water to shoot bullets, but he had the freaking short hair and the freaking. Don't make him cool. He's cool on his own.
I remember they made it like
It's
that in the
cool. It's
cartoon.
cooler when he doesn't care.
And I didn't know
Bro,
who that
get
was.
Neil Patrick Harris to play Aquaman.
Why
He
Neil
fits
Patrick-
perfectly. He fits perfectly as '60s Aquaman.
Yeah.
Neil Patrick Harris just riding up out the water, just it's me,
Can
Aquaman.
you put him on the seahorse?
Everybody's
too?
like, who?
Who? Now I need that like Neil Patrick Harris Aquaman next to like Jason Momoa.
Jason
Aquaman.
Momoa.
Oh my gosh.
How far we've come. Man. Let's see. Oh, Spider-Man has a new outfit in the comics.
Oh, that bull crap.
I
It's
hadn't
so
seen it.
lame. It's
Yeah, I'm
ugly.
about to say like the
It's
the fandom
bright
is
and
divided.
ugly.
Like if you look, it's bright white, blue, and with orange eyes, and no one really
It's so
likes it.
ugly.
And what makes it worse is that the reason why he has it is over controversy too. So basically, as usual, Peter Parker is broke and needs some money.
Uh-huh.
So he's a live streamer, and he's live streaming, saving the day with the suit for a company run by J. Jonah Jameson. So he's talking to chat. They giving him crypts to use while he's fighting, and he's live streaming his fights.
It's so ugly.
So Spider-Man's a Twitch thought now.
Which
Bob, that leads me to the question. I would be sure, but after 3 or 4 streams, he'd be banned by Twitch for the terms of services.
The violence, dude.
Yeah.
I'm saying can't beat the hell out of
And
people.
it wouldn't be
and then-
like a normal ban. It'd be like one of those normal Twitch bans where they just don't tell you why.
Also, that tight spandex, dude. You can't get away with that.
I like the fact that he's a streamer now.
Spider-Man just gonna turn back, look at his cheeks, and Twitch is gonna be like, bam.
Banned.
Or Spider-Man reading out freaking requests and getting troll names like,
He would get trolled.
yes, donation from he wants me to read out his name, Nick. Oh,
No.
sorry.
No,
That's
donation.
he's mid crime fight. He's reading Twitch names. We got a donation from Nick Gurr.
We got donations from Uncle Ben's death. Wait a minute. It's like.
Or you got freaking, this is a robbery. Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
What if he got DDoSed? What if he
Or
got
imagine
DDoSed on stream?
he's fighting, and in the Twitch streamers they can hear you know how they have sometimes they have the robotic voice read it,
Uh-huh.
and it's thank you for having me, thank you for being streaming for me. My mom just was in the hospital, and I just need someone to. This is the only thing keeping me from and he's trying to fight right.
He's going.
It's either that or it's like, damn, Spidey, you looking thick.
Bruh.
Damn
It's
boy, you are thick.
He's
Two
getting banned.
C's.
He's getting banned anytime he has to find or meet up with Black Cat. He's getting,
It's a
getting-
first person view and you just see his eyes tilt down towards the chat. And Twitch
No.
bans him immediately.
No, she comes up and the chat just blows up with poggers, and the that fucking in the side, the right hand corner. Man, those trains, those hype trains, and the fucking raids on Spider-Man stream would be lit.
Dude,
though.
raiding Spider-Man stream. Is Venom gonna start streaming now? He's gonna be like, all right, boys, I need you to raid a Spider-Man stream.
See, probably in the comics, no, but in the Sony live action, that would totally happen. Because that Venom's a little shit. He would totally raid Spider-Man.
Man, actually, you know who's even more appropriate to do that? The Green Goblin would probably do something like that, bro. I promise. Because all of his petty ass schemes, this man is he's Norman is the most
Norman
petty. Like if
Osborn
there's some
from
convoluted
his
story
desk.
that has so many twists and turns in it, at the end of the story, it's gonna be like, I was behind it the whole time, Spider-Man. Like,
You know, like with Green Goblin, I just imagine him Peter streaming and then he's just gonna fly up screaming like the most racially insensitive stuff just out loud and gets Peter banned.
I bet you Twitch term service can't block me now, Spider-Man. Ah, and flies away.
He just flies off.
And then he has to go into like Oscorp to work the next day. Like, oh, Peter, saw that Spider-Man stream got banned. Like, it's a shame. Like, I know, Mr. Oscorp, that it sucks. I was really like, why, like, invested in this. It's too bad. You know, I stream too. You know, and he plugs his channel.
you know, I'm
He
some
plugs in the
sort of a
hoverboard.
streamer myself.
Bruh.
You know, I'm some sort of a
What-
streamer myself.
What is Harold? What is Norman Osborn's streams like? What is that like?
So have you guys know about the Omegle streamer fucking Catboy Cammy who got banned from Twitch?
Yes.
The guy who dressed up in the Joker costume saying a bunch of horrible stuff.
Yeah.
That's exactly what a Green Goblin stream would be.
What do you think he's streaming as Green Goblin or just Norman Osborn?
So like the Norman Osborn parts will be like he's sitting in a dark room, leaning back,
No.
drinking, monologuing to himself. But then when he puts on the costume, that's when shit gets
Do
interesting.
you think he does? If you guys watch Punk's streams,
Yeah.
so now Punk will say I'm going for a walk, and he'll leave. And he comes back. It's pink with the bandit with the pink do rag on. And it's a different character. He's just gonna get up and like I will be right back, chat. I'll be right back. Like he plays it up like an actual person. And, haha! I've rated Norman's stream in his eye. Your favorite Green Goblin. I'm back. You're like what?
I'm back.
Moving mask.
Yeah.
I'm back.
No, it's the mask from the first one that just doesn't
It's
move.
the mask from the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh my
Spider-Man one
gosh.
with the,
With just the and he
the
opens the freaking flap for his. You can see his teeth. He opens the eye things.
It's clearly
Those
Norman.
yellow eyes.
It's clearly Norman.
Bro,
Dude, just
Peter, it's me.
You got Goblin Jr. from the original Spider-Man series streaming, and then his
so
dad
it's
comes in
Goblin.
dressed up as
Goblin
the
Jr..
Green Goblin.
What is Hobgoblin again? Isn't that Harry?
No,
Hobgoblin
Hobgoblin's
is
not
not
Harry.
Harry.
Hobgoblin is Ned. Ned
Oh yeah.
Leeds.
Oh yeah. I forgot about
Yeah, he's just some random dude.
that. God,
He's
on
some
the topic of
third party guy.
rogues galleries. What's with like Marvel killing like everyone's like villains?
What in
Like-
the MCU?
Yeah, I know everyone has a lot, but you're gonna
Abomination's still on ice. He can still be used.
Abomination's there. We still got Zemo. We got Vulture.
Loki from the Loki TV show has been grabbed from after
Another
Avengers
universe.
1.
I swear, if they make him a villain again, like
um,
after this series, it's gonna be like kicking a dead horse. How many times are you gonna redeem this man?
0.
Red Skull's still
Just
alive.
a villain straight on now.
Red Skull's still alive.
How would you bring Red Skull back into a story arc?
No.
We're gonna do like in the comics. We're gonna make him a Richard Dawkins. What was it? Who was it that they said? It was not Richard Dawkins. Jordan Peterson.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Richard Spencer? Are you talking about the
No.
Nazi?
No, they in the comics it was like they kind of compared Red Skull to like Jordan Peterson.
Like Jordan Peterson has some bad takes, but I don't know if that's like a fair
It was,
comparison.
and people were like, "What the heck?"
Like,
you know, we have to.
Mysterio,
Like if they said Richard Spencer, I'd be like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. At least Richard Spencer's like an actual Nazi.
No.
the
Like,
only like
Jordan just had some really bad takes.
the
We have
biggest,
to go.
The biggest bads I can see, let's say for Spider-Man in the future, would be Doc Ock. It would be Craven or like say Taskmaster.
For Peter?
For Peter, right? Because they've
let's
shown
scale
no
things
signs.
back.
They've shown no
Yeah,
signs of Oscorp or anything, so that would be out
Let's
of the
scale.
blue.
Let's. I know. Let's.
You're not
let's,
doing
let's,
soccer.
Let's scale
You're
a
not
few
doing
things back. Come
electro.
on, guys.
That'd be stupid.
Let's go back to street level shit, because street level shit is the most interesting.
So
That's what I'm
soccer
saying.
And
level
if
stuff
we're
is-
doing like
and Sandman?
like shield stuff or like sword stuff, I want to see like weird shit like WandaVision, because WandaVision piqued my interest on the outside of things because I like that type of X-Files / like investigating something supernatural. I like that. So it's either do that or scale back things. I want to see what these heroes do on their spare time. Like what's your street level hero doing? What's Daredevil doing? Is
You
he
mean
eating
That's what I'm
shawarma on
saying.
Tuesday?
what's Luke Cage and Iron Fist bumming around doing?
I'm saying like we're all in multiverses and space and stuff, and the government. I
Bring
want
us
to see
back
what.
to the hero that can't pay his rent. You
Bro,
know,
That's what I'm
you
saying,
remember
man.
when the Guardians of the Galaxy was completely irrelevant? Like when I was like, dude, I remember back in middle school, I had a Guardians of the Galaxy comic before the movie even came out,
oh man.
like way before the
It's
movie came
completely
out,
You
and
different.
I was
mean
just like,
you mean them with the blue suits,
yeah, with the blue suits on,
with the matching blue suits in the
yeah, and I was just like, bro, they're making a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. You talking about that thing that's like in the back of my closet somewhere? What?
Bro, the comics literally
And now they're like
reinvented
the
the Guardians of
second
the
biggest
Galaxy.
group in like the MCU.
I
Everyone
remember
loves the
I
Guardians.
had some comics for Umbrella Academy. I was like, they're making this a Netflix show? Really? And then like it blew up. Like, oh wow! Like this
That's how I felt about Invincible, bro. I promise.
Invincible. This thing in the back of my closet's
I
getting a
said
TV show.
they're making an Invincible TV show. Wow. Oh, let's
That
see if they're
being
gonna
said,
do it right.
This is what I want to end this on. Since we're on top of it, everyone's had like the show the show in like the back of their comic book repertoire that they this is making a movie or a TV show and it blows up, and now it's like mainstream culture. I've been pitching this for years. I have every single one of these volumes in color under my bed. Give me a Bone series or a Bone movie series. If you
Probably get a
know
TV
this,
show.
this comic book series,
Give it a TV show.
like give it some justice. Like
I
it
don't
would
know.
be good.
Axe freaking Studio Ghibli. They do like small books. Howl's Moving Castle is like a small children's book.
I mean, I wouldn't mind some
Earwig and the
CGI.
Witch was a small children's book
Okay.
also.
Okay, here's the thing. I didn't mind the CGI. It was the pacing and the writing, and I understand it's his son, and then he's
No, the CGI was awful. The lighting was just disgusting.
the problem. The son kept saying he wanted to make it, keep it in the Ghibli style, like his father, but move away from it by doing the CG, and he tried to implement both, and it didn't turn out well.
I mean that, and also with the son, allegedly like a lot of the people working on that movie were new.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the office was pretty much in, and Goro was the only one who knew how to do 3D. So yeah,
But the
that
3D has
turned
done
out well.
Ghibli 3D has done right. Like the first Ni no Kuni game was solid.
I mean, but remember that's not
Oh,
Ghibli doing the 3D. That's
true,
the game
that's
studio.
The game studio doing the 3D, yeah.
They just did the 2D cutscenes.
But
I mean, in Ponyo, there's a little bit of like 3D you can tell, just
Mhm.
just a little bit, but
this
it's
movie-
hard to tell. It's blend in really well.
and that's early 2008, so they're just kicking off that groundwork.
But yeah, no,
I-
Miyazaki and his son, I feel bad for that man.
But for me, it's definitely Bone. If I see that coming out, whether it's Netflix, Amazon, like anything but Disney, honest to God,
Oh my gosh, I have one. I have
That's
Yeah.
exactly what it's coming out on now.
no.
I have one, and this is kind of a stretch, but I think it would be really good. And the reason why I think it would be really good is because Falcon and Winter Soldier was such a success. But I want Marvel to have its time, DC to have its time, and I want this to only have one season. And the reason why I only want to have one season because I have an ending in mind. And so I want a Booster Gold and Blue Beetle I want a TV show. I don't care if it's, and I would rather it be live action because I want it to be more grounded where they're talking more and not have like the big action part because I want them to have like a Blue Beetle that's like a very tech, like the tech Blue Beetle, not the Scarab one, but the tech Blue Beetle and Booster Gold from the future. I want that, and I want it to end like on the second to last episode. This is spoilers for just in case this does happen, but I want Blue Beetle to get capped, bro, and then Booster goes like, and then the episode just freaking ends, and then you have to wait till like a whole week to see the next episode as Booster Gold like gets his revenge, and he's like, coming back. But I want it to be like a buddy cop show
Okay,
or something.
I thought you were trying to do the Blue Beetle arc where he like goes mad with power and kind of like just takes over the DC universe. I forget.
Oh
what
no, I
storyline
don't want
is, but,
that.
like,
I want I want buddy cop, Booster Gold, and Blue Beetle. I want Blue Beetle to be the serious one, and I want Booster Gold. I kind of want Booster Gold to be the accidental reason on why Blue Beetle dies.
Deshaun,
You
what do
know
you
what
want?
I need?
What do you need?
I need a proper animation for Berserk.
You'll never get it.
I don't.
This is the
Never.
pain. Like the guy from who does Castlevania on Netflix, he's been
Mhm.
saying like, oh yeah, I want to get the rights to Berserk so I can do it.
That
I'm
would
just
be
like,
nice.
please do,
Like
because
the animation from that Castlevania and like Blood of Zeus.
if
Berserk?
we don't get any more Berserk, Kentaro Miro's just not gonna finish it. Like I just have a feeling he's just gonna die before
I mean,
it finishes, or either I'm gonna die before I even get to see it. And so it's one of the two. And so I'm just like, I need as much Berserk media as I can get. And currently he's been just chugging along very slowly with chapter releases.
I mean, at a certain point, like the Sonic fandom, when the creators aren't chilling out, you make it your own. Like there's a Sonic fan made game going around that looks beautiful.
Well, that's the thing, is that like
You're right.
making your own Berserk's one in a kind. Like, have you
True.
looked at the artwork of Berserk?
I have, and it is amazing.
And then also the story, like, it's not just like some edgelord bullshit that's just shock value. No. There's actual depth and meaning to it. It reaches underneath the onion, as I like to say. It goes into like the fifth layer of that
peels
onion.
back the layers.
Yeah.
But no, if a new Berserk comes out, or at least in my case, if a new Hunter x Hunter, any news that drops, we will talk about it on the podcast. Once again, I thank everyone for listening and watching. You can find us on our YouTube channel. You can find us on our websites, Discord. You can find us on Spotify and on SoundCloud. You can always hit us up on Instagram and our Discord and our Twitter, and talk to us and chat with us and give us new ideas on what you want to see in the podcast. I'd like to thank everybody for listening and watching, and we'll see you guys next week.